Ferrofluid is a magnetic oil present in the magnet's air gap to cool the voice coil and dampen unwanted resonances. If the ferrofluid in your tweeter has dried out, it can severely impair the sound quality of your speakers. Over time, usually after 15 to 20 years, this oil can evaporate or thicken into a gummy, or even solid, substance. To give your tweeter a new lease of life, you need to install a new ferrofluid, but before that, you must remove all the old ferrofluid using paper tape after completely separating the magnetic part of the tweeter from the diaphragm. Then put the new ferrofluid in its correct place. The use of connectors in a crossover by manufacturers facilitates the placement of drivers and filters in a speaker cabinet. Initially, the drivers sound good, but after a while, most of the connectors begin to lose their gold plating and become rusty. They also lose their grip due to vibrations. The sound passing between rusty, loose male and female connectors loses its quality, especially the high frequencies, which are sensitive to poor connections. To solve the problem, you can replace these connectors with good quality ones like gold-plated connectors. But for high-quality sound reproduction, soldering the wires directly is the ideal and long-lasting solution. Most high-end HiFi speaker manufacturers never use connectors because their short-path philosophy is based on minimizing the number of components in the audio signal path. Also, all the crossover components are soldered with silver-gold solder, such as WBT, Mundorf, and others. The same applies to the binding posts. If they have lost their gold plating or are rusty, they must also be replaced with good quality gold-plated terminals. A small tip: if the banana plugs on your speaker cables are not of good quality, do not use them. Connecting your cables directly to the terminals is better for optimal sound. High-fidelity speakers are designed to gently reproduce a soundstage with high fidelity, not for high-power use, even if they are sometimes large. It's primarily for good bass reproduction that the use of large-diameter woofers, as is the case with JBL and klipsch speakers, and many others, is necessary. High power quickly destroys the voice coils of tweeters and even woofers. It can also destroy the tweeter diaphragms and woofer membranes even before the voice coils. To repair the tweeter, you can simply replace the diaphragm with one of the same model if available, otherwise, replace the tweeter with another of the same part number. Given the high price of HiFi spare parts, this will teach you to respect the power handling capacity of your HiFi speakers next time. If you think you can improve the high frequencies by replacing the tweeter in your HiFi speakers with a more expensive one, it won't work, and your speakers will lose their tonal balance. Why? Because the crossover and other speaker drivers are designed to work together to produce a balanced sound. Each tweeter in any speaker receives a frequency range from the crossover that it can reproduce. For example, if a crossover in a speaker provides the original tweeter with frequencies from 1 kHz to 20 kHz, and this tweeter is replaced with another tweeter whose operating range is between 4 kHz and 20 kHz, the result is that, firstly, the speaker will not reproduce frequencies between 1 and 4 kHz, and secondly, this tweeter will fail as soon as the volume is increased because it cannot handle frequencies between 1 and 4 kHz. In general, tweeters always have a higher resonance compared to woofers and mid-range drivers. For this reason, most crossovers use resistors in series in the high-frequency filter to balance the tweeter's response with the other drivers in the speaker. After several years of use, and especially in vintage speakers, the tweeter loses its ability to reproduce high frequencies with the same smooth resonance as before. Therefore, by slightly reducing the value of this resistor by 1 or 2 ohms, depending on your preference, the tweeter's sound level increases relative to the other drivers, bringing your speakers to life and providing a better presence of high frequencies compared to before. In the same section, the second modification concerns the capacitors. If your crossover contains electrolytic capacitors in series in the tweeter filtering section like those in picture, then replacing them with MKP, MKT, or MKS film capacitors, depending on your budget, this will provide a significant improvement in the high frequencies. Also, for vintage speakers, even though most already have film capacitors in their crossovers, these capacitors, given their age, especially if they are over 20 years old, should also be replaced with MKP capacitors of the same quality. Please look at the size and price of film capacitors and electrolytic capacitors, and you'll understand why you won't find film capacitors in cheap speakers. Note that $27 is not expensive compared to copper foil capacitors that cost hundreds of dollars. It's up to you to choose which capacitors your HiFi speakers deserve. In general, few high-quality tweeters can produce extremely high frequencies, and even good quality ones lose this quality over time. Therefore, simply adding super tweeters to existing speakers improves dispersion and soundstage in the high frequencies. These tweeters are often mounted above the speakers, typically accompanied by a first-order crossover based on a single, very low-value capacitor less than 1 microfarad and a driver attenuation circuit to avoid damaging the super tweeter and to match its response and impedance to the audio system. For more videos about speakers and audio DIY, please visit my channel.